Watch and fire. It's on the... Ah! He made it! Oh my God! Wow!
Hello and welcome inside Platt Arena. I'm Ryan Lockhart, joined here by Brent Turner. Brent, we got a good one on our hands tonight. It's Goshen College coming in at 3-7. The Huntington Forcers 4-4. This is going to be an exciting one.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great game to watch. Conference play, they're both battling for their first win in conference. It's going to be a great game to watch.
Now, Brent, we look at both these teams, both right now sitting 0-1 in conference. But you kind of look at them, this is always a close matchup between the two. We're going to get to the series history in a minute. I was not able to call the last game against Spring Arbor for the men. You, on the other hand, that was your first game. Congrats, first of all. But second of all, what were your kind of thoughts on how Huntington played in that one?
Right. I actually called the Madonna game, though, but I was here for the Spring Arbor game to watch it. And I thought they played kind of scared from the number one team coming in here into Platt Arena. Just, they kind of didn't play their own basketball. But looking at the Madonna game, which I got the chance to call, Madonna, they came out strong against Madonna. They shot 50% from the field. They did well. Connor Platt came out with a good 22 points. We saw Peyton West return for his debut off his 6-game suspension. He had 20 points in his debut. And then we look, the really thing that killed them was Madonna. Mm-hmm. They had a guard that came out and just absolutely destroyed the three-point line, had about 4 or 5 threes in the second half, and he ended up with 30 points. 15 above his normal average. And the only thing that really killed the Forcers when it came down to it was their staggering 66% from the free throw line, when they normally shoot, at the time, they were the number one team in the nation at 83%.
Yeah, Brent, one of the key players for the Forcers that had his return in that, you mentioned Peyton West. West in that ball game had 23 points, led Huntington scorers, also had 3 assists, 2 blocks, and was 5 of 7 from deep. But now shifting gears over to Goshen, we talked about this is always a close matchup between the two. Both these teams, Huntington picked 9th to finish in conference, Goshen picked 10th. Right now, the way, the overall standings are, they both would be seeded 9th and 10th.
Right.
But, Brent, what are your thoughts on what Goshen brings to this game?
Goshen brings to this game 3 pretty key players, but I'm going to focus on 2 here. Austin Brannigan, he comes in averaging 15.4 points per game, and leads the team tied with Taj Curry at 5.6 rebounds per game. Not high, but still a respectable average. He comes in shooting almost 50% from the field, 37% from deep, which is pretty good. And then you look at his 33 points against Concordia, so he's very capable of scoring at a high rate. And then we look at some season stats. They come in scoring 75.6 points per game, but they give up 83 points per game. They come in averaging 16.3 turnovers a game, so that'd be a key for the Forcers just to get them to turn the ball over like normal.
Peyton West is going to be a man to watch for the Forcers. Mentioned he had 23 in his last ball game. That's his new career high, Brent. Now, last time against Goshen, he was able to get his career high of 21 points, able to expand upon that. We'll have to see how he does, but we're going to take a moment here, get a few tips going. We're going to come back with our keys to the game as well as the ball game itself. I'm Ryan Lockhart with Brent Turner, and this is HU Men's Basketball here on FDN Sports.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs.
And welcome back here to Platt Arena. We're ready for the start of the game, but first we got the starting lineups. Brent, go ahead and take us through Goshen's.
Yeah, we're going to run through Goshen's starting lineups real quick. They got a 6'4" junior guard, number 2 from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Cedric Porter. Coming in at 6'3", a junior guard, number 13, also from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 13, Taj Curry. A 6'7" sophomore forward, number 21 from Lowell, Michigan, Austin Brannigan. A 6'3" junior guard, number 22, all the way from Dallas, Texas, Michael Bowers, number 22. A 6'3" senior guard slash forward, number 31 from Columbia, Tennessee, Ben Cotton. Ryan, there's your starting lineup for the Goshen Maple Leaves.
And Brent, you already mentioned, a few players to watch, but Taj Curry, your man, one of your guys to watch. What do you think he can really do in this ballgame?
He's going to play a lot because he averages the most minutes on the team, so he's coming in 30 minutes a game, so he's going to be a key player out there on the court. But he also comes in with the second most assists in the Crossroads League and the 14th in the nation, so he's looking to dish it out, Ryan. He's coming in with 47 assists. And he's also averaging 14.6 on top of those assists.
Definitely going to be a man to watch for the Maple Leafs tonight, but now we have your Huntington lineup. First, number 0, guard, Hayden West, the 6'1" sophomore. Next up, we have number 3, Connor Platt, the senior guard, one of 2 seniors on this team. He hails from right here in Huntington, Indiana. 6'8", number 4, Caleb Middlesworth, the sophomore. He's next up. Number 11, Hank Pulver, the freshman, here from Huntington, Indiana as well. We'll be getting start tonight, and rounding out the 5 tonight, we have number 23, forward at 6'5", Spencer Ballinger. And Brent, a dangerous lineup here for the Forsters. We have some height, we have some speed, athleticism, the shooting's there. This team's a well-rounded team here, the starting 5. What do you expect to see from them tonight?
I'm expecting Connor Platt to take charge on the offensive end. Last year he only had 5 points against Goshen, so he's looking to get a little comeback game off of these Maple Leaves. And I'm also looking for Caleb Middlesworth to come out and have a good game underneath with his height. And then, of course, Peyton West coming in, averaging 20 points a game. He's going to be a key offensive player for the Forsters as well.
I couldn't agree more with that, Brent. We see the Forsters and their home whites, green letters and green numbers with green trim down the side. On the opposite side, the Goshen Maple Leafs, black jerseys, purple letters, and white numbers, Head coach for the Maple Leaf, John Troth, in his 3rd year. Troth is 22-48 overall. Troth went to college at Eastern Michigan, was a manager there for 4 years, including head manager for 3. So he's been around the game of basketball, seen the ins and outs as a manager, now trying to do it as a coach. Cotton, an early three-pointer. That's good. The Maple Leafs strike first here inside Platt Arena.
He just brings experience from the D1 level and can bring it down to these guys.
The opposite end of the floor, Peyton West getting mixing early. Platt to Pulver. The Forcers, we know they really like to pass the ball around. Now a three from the corner. Middlesworth too short for him. Caught in the rebound.
Right, Ryan. The Forcers live and die by the three. They come in shooting a very good percentage from behind the arc.
Block there for Payne West. Platt was pushing it but decided to give it off to Pulver. And now the Forcers will slow this one down here. Minutes come off the clock here. Both teams getting a possession. Cotton all over Platt. A nice little Euro step there, and Middlesworth gets a 2 to go and gives Huntington 2 points.
That was a very good recovery by Connor Platt over there in the corner. Gets the ball tipped out of his hands and just finds Caleb Middlesworth with an easy put in.
Other side of the floor here, the Maple Leafs looking to push the ball around. Keeping it out on the perimeter. Peyton West right there. Pulver got a hand on it. Can't come up with it though. Shot from deep here. That was Curry. No good. Ballinger the rebound.
Very good defensive stop by the Forcers there. Made him use the whole shot clock there and ended up with no points.
Middlesworth looking to work. Does the turnaround, but he's going to get called for a travel. That's an extra step there. Brent, both these teams getting a few early possessions here, kind of feeling each other out, defensively staying strong. We haven't seen the Maple Leafs go to Brannigan down low yet. They're looking now. Caught in the corner. He hit before from deep. Misses this one though.
Con, you see, had a long release on there, and Spencer Ballinger's had a nice defensive closeout right there to alter the shot.
Middlesworth the three-pointer. That's good.
Good three-point bucket by Middlesworth. A very good three. Very good look.
Give the assist there to Spencer Ballinger. A nice feed. Ballinger looked to go left, went back right. Middlesworth was sitting there in the honey hole. Brannigan, Pulver all over him. Pulver, physical defense for the freshman. Great defense by him.
Very good defense right there. Stayed straight up, no foul. Very physical defense down in the post.
Brannigan gets switched over to Pulver now. Curry on Middlesworth. Mismatch Forcers don't take advantage of. Ballinger a spin. Con's all over him in corner. Middlesworth thought about it. Pull up from the elbow. No good, left short. Now Curry looking to push it here. He goes right side. He'll rethink this one. Looking to set it up for Brannigan here. Looks down low now. Kick to the other side of the floor. Three from the corner. Way too strong. That's an air ball.
The Maple Leafs are not looking down low. They're trying to live and die by the three in the first couple minutes here in the first half, and it hasn't really panned out right now.
And that's something you can definitely do here in Platt Arena. Live and die by the three. We've seen the Forcers do it before. Middlesworth back to West. West will take a three. No good. That rims out. Curry looking to push, goes to the hoop, and wow, he makes that look easy almost, Brent.
Yeah, very quick first step, off the dribble, gets it off the high glass to go in. Peyton West with a drive in, off the front of the rim, short.
Tries to match Curry from the opposite end. Now Curry gets the ball right wing. Pulver all over him. Pulver 6'8's got the height advantage there. He's an athletic guy as well, Brent, so I don't know if Curry would have the athleticism advantage, but it'd be a close call between the two.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Con dish to the corner, now drive inside. Curry finds the ball wide open from the corner, and the Maple Leafs can't convert.
Another three missed short. They've been short and they've been long. They just haven't found that smooth stroke to begin the game right now.
Bowers was the one with the wide open three. 5-5 this ball game sits with about 5 minutes played here. Nice screen by Middlesworth. Platt the pull up, too strong. Both these teams trading buckets right now, Brent. What do one of them have to do to find the bottom of the net?
I think we just, as a Foresters, we just got to pound it down low and get Caleb Middlesworth down there, Hank Pulver. Right now the outside shots are just not falling.
Bowers can't get that up and under to go. Now West looking to push, gives it up. Middlesworth in trouble, finds Pulver at the spike line. Platt the corner, you can't leave him open. But they decided to do it, and it pays off. That is one of the few times.
They got lucky right there, Ryan.
Wow!
A nice block by Peyton West. Get up, young man.
West had all of his hand on that ball. Wow, what an effort by Peyton West. That's block number 2 tonight for him. Curry out, Con the pull-up 3. Spot up 3, that is. He gets that to fall. He's got 6 of their 8 points right now. The Foresters look to push, but now slow it down. Probably a good move with how they really haven't got a lot of points here so far, Brent.
Maybe work to move the ball around, switch courts, get the ball moving, get everybody off balance, just maybe get one down low here and there.
And that's going to take us to our first media timeout here, but Brent, we're going to keep it right here with us. We got some more things I think we need to cover before too much of this ball game goes ahead and gets away from us. Now, Brent, we were able to cover a guy from each team, Payne West and Taj Curry, who we wanted to look at. But our keys to the game was something that we were not able to get to. First, for the Goshen College Maple Leafs, do you want to go ahead and run us through them?
Yeah, Goshen just got to defend the 3. Huntington's coming in shooting 40% from deep, which is pretty good. You know, they live it, like we said, they live and die by the 3. So just getting out there and getting a high hand, altering the 3-point shot, just going to work in Goshen's favor. They got to win the boards right now. They're averaging 34 a game. Huntington gets out-rebounded per game. So if they win the boards, they're going to have the advantage with the offensive boards and the second chance points. And you let Curry be the playmaker. He averages 14.6 points per game, like we said, and 4.7 assists per game. So he's the playmaker out there. He's going to be dishing it off. He's going to be looking to score. He's just a dual threat out there. Take us through HU, Ryan. What do they need to do?
Yeah, on the other side of that, Brent, we got to get Connor and Payne both hot early. Both of them averaged 23.4 and 21.5 points respectively. Now, Payne only 2 games under his belt, but still to be averaging 23 points, that's very 21, very respectable. And Huntington, they need to win the boards as well. You mentioned Goshen averages 34 a game. Well, so does Huntington. Whoever can win the board tonight will be pivotal for the outcome of this game. And finally, play team defense. Goshen always is able to, either shoot the 3 well, get to the basket well, do something well against us. So if we can play that good team defense, everybody picking each other up, I think we can come out with the victory.
I agree with that full-heartedly. And early on, we see a physical play from Pulver and Middlesworth down low, just bodying them big men for Goshen.
Porter Jr., the 3, that one gets tipped. And I believe they're going to say Huntington ball here.
And after that timeout while we were talking, Ryan, we saw Spencer Ballinger get a nice pull-up jumper from the free throw line to go in.
Yeah, 8-7, the Maple Leafs still lead this one. And Brent, it also should be worth noting, Connor Platt has now moved in the 24th all-time scoring for the Huntington Foresters. He passes Adam Hill. Platt now has 1,475 points. Now, he's added a few here tonight, and we presume he will do even more so. But Platt, moving up on that scoring list, you wouldn't think 23 more guys would have about 1,500 points or more, but some of the rich scoring tradition here at Huntington.
Even his grandpa, it runs in the family.
Yeah. Yes, Steve Platt scoring 3,700 points here in his career for Huntington. Maybe one of the reasons why his banner's up behind us, Brent.
That would be a big reason why.
Platt gets a free throw to fall, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout called by Goshen, and once again, we're going to keep it right here with us. Brent, so far, Cotton 6 points, Middlesworth 5, leading their teams. The 2 guys we mentioned, Curry, he has 2 points, nothing else. Payne West on the other side, he's just got a rebound. I know it's early in the ballgame, so I don't want to overreact, but both of these teams not really scoring a whole lot so far, it seems.
I think the defensive factor comes into play, and their quick shots. Goshen's been trying to shoot threes and trying to get them to fall, and they just haven't fell. So just the outside presence, and then along with the tough defense down low, has just caused a low-scoring first part of this ballgame.
Foresters look like they're in a 2-3 defense right now. Maple Leafs trying to get around that. Ballinger, the steal there. And he'll go ahead and slow things down. Ballinger leads the Crossroads League in steals. Right now he averages 2.4 a game. He's number 17 in the nation. Payne West driving inside, looked for Clyde, couldn't find him.
Yeah, we see Clyde Curry coming in the game. 6'11" big man, so maybe they're looking for more height down low to pound it down low and get some boards.
And Clyde able to get a rebound right here right away after coming in the game. Hand off to Middlesworth. West thought he had him there. Skip past Ballinger. What a nice move. Ballinger's really put a lot of work in this offseason.
Oh, yeah, coming in last year, averaging 4 points after last year, and now he's up to 16 points per game. The hard work has paid off already in the early season for Spencer Ballinger.
Most improved player on this team, I would have to give it to Ballinger, no doubt. And that's not disrespectful to nobody else on this team. We see a three-pointer there by Brannigan.
No, not by far. The man's put on a tremendous amount of muscle. He's gotten bigger. He just looks a whole different ball player out there than he did last year. And props to him for doing so.
Middlesworth thought about a three. Now back to Platt. Brent, arm wrestling contest. You and Ballinger, who's winning that?
You know,
I like to ask the tough questions
I think
here.
that's a tough question, too. I know I'd have to see how much he benches and curls first before I get into it. But I don't know. I'm taking my right arm. You know, it's a throwing arm. I'm taking myself over him.
You know, I do hear they say pitchers have strong arms, and I believe it with you. With some of the season you had last year. No doubt about it. Connor Platt hit a three while we were discussing that arm wrestling battle. Now Curry the three. That's in and out. Ballinger the rebound. .11:05 on the clock here. Ballinger with it at the top of the key. Bowers on him. Bowers looks to have a little bit of an athletic advantage, but with, you know, Ballinger being a little stronger, kind of proves that off. Ballinger thought about a three, pull up from the short corner, and bangs it in there.
Smooth pump fake to get around him, get him up, just nice, knock down the nice jumper.
16-11, the Foresters now lead this one. Porter thought about the three, really had an open look, didn't take it. Inside, Knoll can't get it to go. Payne West, Platt's up and running. He goes up the layup and one. He's going to the line.
Very nice outlet pass from Peyton West down here by the opposing three-point line to get it up to Connor Platt. Just Connor Platt going through the contact and getting the and one. We'll see him go to the line to shoot one.
We're going to have some substitutions here as we're going to see Middlesworth take a seat. Pulver comes back in. And Bowers is going to take seat as Kahn checks back in.
You know, Middlesworth getting a good break here. He's been battling down low with the big guys, working up the sweat down low. So just a quick break maybe for him.
Connor Platt's free throws up and good. He's a 92% free throw shooter. We're going to have a stoppage of play here. I would assume it's probably a clock signal. And I think I'm going to be right on that call.
Ryan.
Brent, we see Brannigan take his seat as number 44. Tanner Camp, the senior from Canterbury, from Fremont, Indiana, checks in. Camp, not a guy that'll play, you know, get a lot of playing time, but when he does, he's almost like a garbage player when he plays. In terms of, you know, he's not afraid to get, you know, set the screens, get the rebounds.
Go after the loose balls, dive on the floor.
Do all the dirty work,
right.
Almost, you would say.
And you look at this Goshen roster, not a single person has started each game. So maybe they're still working out some kinks, maybe trying to get a good flow with the people they have. Still got a stoppage here.
I believe we're going to be back to basketball here in just a minute. 19-11 with 10:22 left. In this first half, both these teams really offensively, it seems like they're struggling. The Foresters able to get a little bit warmer. I wouldn't say hot yet, but warmer here recently.
Yeah, I'd agree with you fully right there. And very good defensive effort right there by the Foresters.
What an effort, though, by Curry. Misses a shot, gets his rebound, misses that, gets another rebound, and is able to put that one up.
And this just comes back to the Foresters needing to dominate the boards right there. You can't give up simple second chance points right there, right under the basket when you got two kids above 6'5" under there.
Platt drives baseline, tried to kick it. Porter was right there, though. Now Porter's looking to run the floor here. A high dribble could have been called, isn't. He'll give it back now to Curry. Curry looks inside for Camp. Three-pointer from Porter, that's no good. Clyde the rebound.
Clyde coming in off the bench. He's been grabbing some boards for the Foresters.
19-13, the Foresters in the lead of this one. Pulver, one of the only guys from that starting rotation that hasn't scored yet. Little dump pass to Clyde there. The back door not open for Platt. That ball gets tipped, but Peyton West, he'll bring it out. Nobody picks him up. Now nobody leaves. Clyde wide open. And Clyde able to get that to fall.
You just can't leave a 6'11" guy wide open under the basket. That's just a simple 2 points right there for the Foresters.
That might be about as foolish as leaving Connor Platt open from three. I would put those in the same category.
Oh, yeah.
21-13, the Foresters lead. Curry goes up. Clyde right there in his face, so he gives it off. 10 now on the clock here. Cotton gives it a quick look, looking for some help. Camp in trouble. Noel trying to get a shot up. He does. Nothing really comes of it. Ball just skips across the cylinder. And it's going to be Forester ball here.
Clyde's itching for a block down low, Ryan. You see him jumping on all the shot fakes, just trying to get a block for the big man.
Nobody on Ballinger, but he doesn't recognize that Pulver had the three momentarily. Now Clyde gets one inside. And we talk about the team defense, Brent, but the team offense right now is working for Huntington.
You know, they're looking to share the ball. They're not being selfish right now. Connor Platt being the team leading scorer, you think he'd be wanting to score the ball. But he's looking to dish it off to Curry right there.
It's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to go ahead and take it with both teams. I'm Ryan Lockhart with Brent Turner. This is HU Men's Basketball.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii.
And welcome back here inside Platt Arena. 23-13, the Foresters a commanding 10-point lead right now, Brent. Both of these teams struggled a little bit early. Huntington able to push past it here momentarily, and we'll see if they can keep up their hot streak right now. At that timeout, we saw Keegan Fetters come in here for Peyton West for Huntington.
Oh, wide open in the corner. No luck, though, for number 5, Trevor Franklin. He misses it just off the right side of the rim.
Franklin, the one sub that come in, as well as Brannigan down low for the Maple Leafs. Platt, a nice pass over there from Middlesworth. Now Keegan, he's going to bring it out. Looks to drive in. He'll dish it out to Pulver. Good defense here by the Maple Leafs, not giving up anything in the paint, forcing Huntington to shoot. And it just hasn't been there so far. Clyde trying to tip that one back in, but he's going to be out of bounds.
You know, Ryan, they're looking at Connor Platt right now. They're just guarding him heavily outside, not letting him touch the ball, not letting him get any open shots. So the Foresters are looking to score in other ways right now.
Connor Platt right now 8 points in the ball game. Last time out between these two teams, that ball slips through number 24, Monix's hands. Turnover there for Maple Leafs, but last time out between these two teams, Platt only had 5 points. It was his lowest outing of the season last year, and those are games you don't really expect from Connor. 1 of 6 shooting in that game, and already 8 points this year. And I wouldn't want to say Connor's a change man this year, but he looks like he's out for some revenge this year. He's just been attacking the basket.
Just like that right there.
You see it right there, Brent. It's almost like Connor and I are on the same page, you could say.
That nice, just fake right, dribble left, pull up for Connor Platt to just sink that nice 2-point bucket.
Franklin thought about the 3. Now Curry, he'll kick to Con. Con the spot up 3. He's been hot from deep right now. He's got 3 threes in this ball game. Con the leading scorer with 9 points in this ball game. 25-16, Huntington leads. Middlesworth down low, looking for the spin. Defense right there, but no problem for Caleb Middlesworth. Curry looking to break this zone defense. He does, but a late foul called here.
Looks like we're going to have 3 subs for the Forcers after this whistle.
That foul on Middlesworth. That's going to be his first of the ball game as we see Curry go to the line for free throws. Curry, one of their best free throw shooters at 78%. And we're going to see Pulver, Clyde, and Keegan all take a seat. David Aarons checks into the game. Peyton West checks back in, and Ballinger back in.
Yeah, Ryan, we look at the free throw percentages, coming in at 70.5% as a team. Like you said, Curry coming in, averaging 78.6% from the free throw line as he sinks the second one right there. So he's productive from the free throw line, but just went 1 from 2 right there.
He's not a guy that gets to the free throw line a lot, though. Aaron's inside, can't get that to go. Peyton West misses the putback as well. It looked like West was about to slam that one for a minute.
Yeah, he got up. He's surprised me this year. He's getting up on that guy block we saw earlier. He just skies up in the air.
Con thought about the 3. West gets a hand on that. That's going to be a steal credit to him there.
Very quick hands right there, Ryan.
West almost plays with cat-like reflexes all the time, and Connor Platt over Brannigan gets the 3. That'll give Platt 13 for the ball game now.
We see the lead stretch out to 13 points right here, right on that 3 after Connor Platt.
Corner 3 here from the Maple Leafs. Too strong once again. And that just seems like something we've seen over and over. Too strong, too soft. You've talked about it before, Brent.
They just haven't found the smooth stroke they're looking for.
Like the Forcers with the ball in the corner over there. They're going to call a moving screen here.
Ryan, they had 3 Foresters over there on the right side of the court, and you see Coach Platt was not happy with the overloaded right side right there. Just had nowhere to move with the ball, and it resulted in an offensive foul.
We mentioned the Forcers up 13 right now, but Goshen, a team that can get hot and can really condense that lead really quick. Last year, they were able to knock off Indiana Wesleyan at a time when Indiana Wesleyan was the #1 ranked team. Now, that was a 3 from Stilkey at the buzzer that helped them win it, but hey, a win's a win nevertheless.
Especially over the #1 team in the nation.
Curry going up. Aaron's going to get credited with a block there. Strong defense inside by him. Skip pass over. Aaron's thought about the 3. Now a little dump pass from Middlesworth. Ballinger, he'll pull up from 3. No good. West the rebound.
We see him get up again, once again. Kicks it over to Middlesworth. Long.
And Ballinger, he gets a hand on that. Able to throw that one off the Maple Leafs. Wow, what a series of plays there by Huntington. We talk about the athleticism, but what about, the tough grit and not giving up on plays?
Oh, yeah, not giving up right there. Caleb Middlesworth with the long shot. Then Spencer Ballinger coming after the long rebound when seeing a blocking foul right here by number 31, his second.
Cotton almost tricked into that one by Peyton West as West was turning around. His man trying to get around to pick up the ball. And West, being smart, Just an easy pickup foul, gets him to sit down.
Took the contact, fell with it.
Con with 9 points. He's a man. I think we're okay with having him sit down. Ballinger spins inside.
Got the elbow.
Offensive foul call there. That's going to be number 1 on Ballinger.
Talk about the grit, the toughness right there, down low, just trying to create space, go up strong, but just extended the arm just a little too far.
2-3 zone here for the Forsters still. And the Maple Leafs haven't been able to really break this so far. Brannigan, a high-skying pass over the Huntington bench, and that's going to be a turnover here for the Maple Leafs, number 4 of the ball game.
Ryan, I believe that's 2 out of the last 3 possessions that came down the floor and just carelessly turned it over.
You know, it's easy to get down to a team on their own home floor. An inside pass there. And wow, Aarons, what a cut to the hoop.
I feel like he felt the presence of number 42, Colton Knoll, coming in. He got it high off the glass, so it was out of the blocking range of Knoll.
Yeah, Knoll, a tall guy, coming in at 6'6". Middlesworth the rebound. Honestly, looks a little bit taller than 6'6" out on the floor, though, Brett.
Yeah, he fills out that jersey.
Platt looking to move the ball. Aarons to Ballinger, left wing. Now Middlesworth has it back out. Aarons with the three-pointer. Can't get that one to rim home. Aarons fighting for the ball, but Bowers is the man that wins it. Out of control to the hoop, and in the basket it goes. 32-19. The Maple Leafs cut into this lead a little bit more. Peyton West trying to dish it off. Connor Platt wide open, and he cashes that one in. 16 points for Platt right now.
Ryan, he is on fire right now, a walking bucket if I do say so.
I said it earlier, the Forsters were getting warm. They're hot now. 35-19, they lead this one. Brannigan had it down low. Now he finally puts that one up. He's able to get that to fall. That'll give him 5 points on the night, and Brannigan coming in as the leading scorer with 15.4. You would expect a little bit more scoring from him, but they really just haven't looked at him a lot.
Yeah, they haven't given the ball much. He hasn't had much opportunity to just get the ball and go with it.
Connor Platt is going to get Knoll to pick up a foul on him. Knoll trying to keep up with the speedy guard. He's going to take a seat now as Camp comes in for him.
Yeah, you see Brannigan only coming in with 5 points right now, closing in on the first half, well below his season average. You never know, could heat up in the second half, but right now he's been cold.
Pulver also checked in for Aarons.
Ryan, you don't see this much often in college basketball, but we had 3 high school teammates out there playing together, so the chemistry out there obviously just connects well too. 5 seconds on the shot clock here, Ryan.
Platt gives it off to West. West was driving, didn't see him there. Platt left in no man's lane, but stays strong defensively. What an effort by him. Forsters get it out to Pulver. Pulver about a 1-on-4 break, so he'll just slow it down.
I don't know if Pulver's that quick off the ball to take 4 people on.
Now Curry looking to drive around the defense. Kicks out, Bowers the 3. They finally find it from deep. And now with about a minute left, the Maple Leafs have got this now to an 11-point ball game. West gets Camp switched off on him. They had Middlesworth on Curry, decided not to go to it. They're going to say this one's off the foot and Maple Leaf ball.
You know, Ryan, we talked about how the Goshen Maple Leafs can heat up here. Forsters need to find a way to shut it down real quick.
Under a minute now here to play. We mentioned an 11-point ball game here. Curry brings it up slowly. Bowers looking to get around this Forster defense. Now Porter cuts inside. Camp gets that one tipped out. Brannigan, it's going to go.
We see Camp doing the dirty work like you said before, Ryan.
Bowers could have pulled up for 3, decided not to. Kick out Curry, the open 3. No good there off the glass.
Just a
shot clock going to be turned off here. 17. 17 on the clock.
Forster's looking to extend the lead before the half closes.
West finally gets some breathing room, goes inside, kicks it. Ballinger from the corner. Can't get it as clock expires there. But the Forsters are going to go into halftime with a 35-24 lead. Now, Brent, what are your thoughts on that first half here from both teams?
You know, I'm looking at the Foresters right now. They tried living and dying by the three, but then you had Connor Platt getting hot, driving in, kicking out to Curry. You saw the Goshen Maple Leaves end up coming in.
I mean, you don't have to, like, put it on.
Pounding down low. They tried to pound it down low. They lost the boards in the first half. They just kind of looked sluggish coming out of the first half.
And Brent, we're going to have a interview here with assistant coach Josh Rakonen. Coach Rakonen, thank you for joining us here.
Hey,
now,
always a pleasure having me. Thank you.
Coach, it's always a blast to have you on here. Now, first half, you guys able to run away here with an 11-point lead, but it was really close early on. What was the difference maker to get this lead?
I think that our intensity picked up a little bit. We started controlling the rebounding aspect of the game, and then when we went to zone, they really struggled to knock in shots there for a stretch, and so that really helped us kind of pull this lead away.
Now, Coach, what's the key to this second half to keep this lead and maybe have it grow a little bit more?
Hey, I think the biggest thing is for us not to be complacent. Oftentimes when you get a lead, you come out complacent in the second half. We have to come out with a sense of urgency, like this is a 0-0 ball game. Come out and kind of, take it to them here in the second half. Establish more of an inside presence. We haven't got to the line very much. We haven't drawn many fouls. We got to do a better job of that in the second half.
Coach, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Hey,
and
thank
it's been
you
a
so
blast.
much, man.
Thank you. Once again, 35-24, your halftime score here. We're going to be back with second half stats as well as second half action. I'm Ryan Lockhart with Brent Turner. This is FDN Sports.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that is something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs. The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors, we'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary
Roanoke School line here at Platt Arena, and at this time, all the Roanoke students in attendance may come on down to the floor and line up at the free throw line. Each student will have a chance to shoot a free throw and get a free Force t-shirt and schedule poster.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors, we'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs. The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors, we'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that is something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs. The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs. The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes.
Hello and welcome here back inside Platt Arena. Once again, your halftime score of 35-24. Your Huntington Forces up on the visiting Goshen College Maple Leafs. And Brent, it's been a pretty good game so far between the two. Huntington does have the 11-point lead on the scoreboard, but really outside of the last maybe 5 or 6 minutes, it was an even first half. But go ahead and take us through some stats of that first half.
Yeah, we look at Goshen coming out. Ben Cotton leading the overall scoring with 9 points, which is very shocking to us coming into this game. We thought Tosh Curry would be up there. We thought Brannigan would be up there. But no, it's Ben Cotton coming off the bench and providing big minutes for the Goshen Maple Leafs. We look at a total field goal percentage, which is not the greatest, 9 of 32, coming at 28%. 33% from the three-point line, not terrible. And then they only got to the line twice, which was a plus for the Forcers, making 1 of 2 of those. Ryan, that's it for the Goshen Maple Leafs. Take us through the Huntington Foresters halftime stats.
Yeah, on Huntington's side, the Foresters shooting 46% from the floor, only 30% from deep, 4 of 13 from deep. They're perfect from the free throw line, but just like Goshen, haven't got there a lot, 3 of 3 from the line. And Coach Rakonen, he said in our little interview there before halftime, well, during halftime it would have been, that they need to get to the line more. That's something he kind of emphasized as something they want to do in the second half. Your leading scorer for Huntington with 16 points, Connor Platt. He also had 2 rebounds go along with it. Ballinger, though, putting together a nice game right now. 6.7 rebounds for him and 2 assists. The Foresters playing a good game overall, though, right now.
Yeah, they're playing physical down low, forcing tough shots on the outside, just bodying people up, grabbing boards. They're winning the rebounds today.
Brent, the one stat that really kind of surprised me from both these teams was turnovers. Huntington 6 turnovers. On the other side, the Maple Leafs only 4 turnovers. Now, if you would have told me here at halftime that Huntington was leading that turnover margin, I would have told you you were crazy after watching that first half. But if Huntington wants to continue to have this lead, they're going to need to keep cutting down on those turnovers a little bit and keep pushing the ball and trying to get turnovers from Goshen.
In a way, Goshen's turnovers came really relatively close to each other, but you saw Huntington space those out after the first half. There were some here, some there, but Goshen came in a time where Huntington was pushing the ball and they got hot.
Yeah. Points in the paint for both teams. Huntington leads that one 16-8. So they've been able to get it going down low. Now we'll see what this second half has on our hands here. Backdoor to Platt, but Bowers got a hand on that one. Another turnover for Huntington. That's number 7.
Right out of the gate, too, which kind of hurt the Foresters right here.
And Curry looking to go right into Middlesworth. Can't get that to fall. Foresters push the ball. Pulver, Platt to Ballinger. He thought about it. Back to Peyton West. The ball finds itself. And bam, West makes that one convert. 38-24, Peyton West.
You know, just like Connor Platt, you can't leave Peyton West open from deep because the result is almost the same every time.
Ball kicked inside to Brannigan. He goes right into Ballinger. And able to get that one to fall.
You know,
a little surprised no Charger offensive call was there.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a very strong move. He pushed his body right into Ballinger's upper half and just forced his body into him.
Platt the 3, too strong. Curry the rebound. And just like the start of the game, both these teams coming out looking to push the ball and get shots up. Brannigan, a nice spin there off the glass. That almost looked like a Tim Duncan move there.
Yeah, a nice spin move off the glass, a little fade to it. Brannigan heating up here in the early second half.
Brannigan only averaged 6.4 on this team last year. Has now exploded for 15.4 and the team's leading scorer. West goes short corner, drives the lane, had Platt cutting.
Like I said before the half, Brannigan came in with 5 points in the first half, and now he's slowly but steadily adding to that here in the second half early on.
They're going to say ball went off of the Maple Leafs here. Coach John Trofe not happy about that. Platt, though, in the corner with it. Ballinger the spin inside off the glass. Can't get that to fall.
Tried matching Brannigan's move down there, and it just didn't have the same result for Ballinger.
Bowers the open 3. Can't get that to fall. And wow, the open 3s have really hurt Goshen tonight, Brent.
It seems like it's been in their head, like when you get 2 open, it scared them.
Goshen 15 of 16 from deep right now. 5 of 16, excuse me. That pass right to Bowers. Ballinger looking to stay strong defensively. The give off to Curry, to Porter that is.
Quick fast break point right there for Goshen Maple Leafs, and Huntington looking to push the ball right down their throat here.
And all of a sudden this is an 8-point ball game, cut to single digits.
Like we said earlier, Ryan, Maple Leafs can get hot at any time, and right here in the second half early on, they're getting hot.
Pulver the spin goes in, can't get that one to fall, too strong off the glass.
You know, to me it looks like they're forcing too many shots, trying to push the ball too hard.
Curry can't get that one to fall. Pulver comes up with the physical rebound. And Payne West pushes it to half court and comes to really a sudden stop right there. Back to West it goes, 3-pointer, bam!
There it is, another wide open 3-pointer for Peyton West, and the same result as the last one, nothing but the bottom of the net, Ryan.
Payne West shoots 69% from deep, and tonight that average is gonna go up. Bowers the kick to Cotton, he had a few in the first half, can't get that one though. Curry the rebound, and he loses it going down. Looked like something might happen with his face, he was kind of holding it there. Forsters have an advantage.
Kind of squinting the right eye here. Maybe got poked on the way up after that rebound. Nothing intentional, just a physical basketball play underneath.
Curry trying to say he got poked in the eye. The official saying he didn't see it, but we're back to basketball here. Brent, 41-30. Huntington stretches this out to a double-digit lead once again.
Looks like we got...
And Curry's going to get a technical, I believe. I believe he's still talking to the official about getting his eye poked out, getting his eye poked. And I think they're going to give him a technical here, Brent.
Yeah, just the continuous talking down there. He was stuck in the bottom of the corner, back in the right corner here on left corner here in Platt Arena, and he was just continuing to talk about that play that happened 2 plays ago.
A little unfortunate for the Maple Leafs. But Connor Platt, the dangerous man at the free throw line right now. Platt's first one up and good. Huntington as a team is ranked number 4 in the nation for free throw percentage at 80%. And Platt converts both of those to stretch this lead even more so now.
No shock right there, Ryan. Connor Platt coming to the game has only missed 2 free throws, and those 2 free throws happen to be during the Madonna game.
Now, Brent, I just want to know, I didn't call that game. I know you called that game. I'm not saying I may be a good luck charm for Connor.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the facts are facts.
He hasn't missed since you've called a game, Ryan.
A little clock issue here, but I think we're all good now. 43-30. Forcers lead this one after a couple technical free throws. Kick out to Cotton, and off of his hand it goes out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover, number 6 on the night for Goshen. And now the Maple Leafs putting on a little full court pressure. West and Curry, that was our matchup to watch, really our 2 players to watch.
Peyton West, yeah, just too quick with the dribble right there. Lost control of it and just kicked it out of bounds.
Turnover number 10 for Huntington. Peyton West, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Curry, 5 points, 4 rebounds. Huntington back in this 2-3 defense. Trying to slow down some of that perimeter shooting, and Platt right there defensively. Cotton, a nice fake pass. Brannigan from the top of the key lines it up, can't get it to knock down, and nobody goes for the rebound but Curry. Curry to Brannigan. Thought about the corner 3, now he'll drive inside. 4 defenders he goes against, and the one-man show wins it.
You know, just getting that offensive rebound there. Seems like the Forcers just watched it drop right in front of him, and Brannigan just able to recollect it and then take it back out. Nice drive in.
West kicks at Platt in the corner for 3, and bam!
Yes, sir. There it is. Connor Platt wide open. Little fade to it, too.
Connor Platt able to knock that one down from the corner. That's going to give him 18 points now. 30-second timeout being called in. Brent, I think we're just going to keep this one right here with us. Leading scorer for the Forcers, Connor Platt, with 18 points. On the other side, Brannigan, 11 points. But right now, the Maple Leafs down. Brent, what do they need to do to maybe get their offense going, strengthen up their defense, and get back in this?
Right now, I think they're too quick with the ball. They're forcing passes, trying to force it down low. They just need to slow it down, get some good ball movement, get some open shots, and maybe some open drives.
46-32, Huntington leads this one. We talked about it at halftime. The Forcers were up 35-24. Only allowed 8 points so far in the first 5 minutes this second half. Clyde in here for Pulver for the Forcers. He's going to be the big man in the middle. And, you know, having a 6'11 guy be your middle presence in a 2-3 zone, that's got to be fun for Coach Platt.
You're right there, Ryan. Just a nice little tip block on their drive presence. It kind of pushes the drive presence out, makes them shoot outside.
You talked about it earlier, Brent. Clyde wanted a block down low. I think he may get credited with that last one there.
I think he got a little fingertip on it as it went up.
That ball gets through Bauer's hands. Finds its way now. Payne West from deep. And too far to the right it goes. 46-32. We got a slew of substitutions here for the Maple Leafs. We're going to see number 20, Phillip Hughes, as well as number 33, Landon Newman, check into the ball game. But 46-32 the score, 14-23 as we take a media timeout. Ryan Lockhart with Brent Turner. This is HU Men's Basketball on FDN Sports.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program
And welcome back here inside Platt Arena. Ryan Lockhart with Brent Turner. And Brent, we talked about it earlier. This is going to be a good one on our hands tonight. 4 of the last games between these two have been decided by 6 points or less.
Right, and that just shows how physical this game has been and how just kind of slow it's been at times, and just the presence. Everybody plays down low outside, the shot's not falling.
Brannigan with it on Platt, the smaller man, and gets that one to drop in after a soft roll. That full court defense once again. HU able to break it. West with the big pass up. Middlesworth with Clyde down low. Pass over to Aarons, and he's got a few guys on his back there. They're going to catch one of them for a foul. It's going to be number 22, Bowers. On the floor for your Forcers, West, Platt, Middlesworth, Keary, and Aarons. For the Maple Leafs, Curry, Hughes, Brannigan, Bowers, and Newman. Three-pointer no good by Middlesworth there.
Right, we haven't seen too many fouls either. No one's really in foul trouble here in this game because the refs honestly have just let them play along down low, been physical. But now we see a foul on Curry. Just as I'm bragging about the defense and the physicalness, we see a foul on Clyde Curry. It'll be
funny how that kind of works out sometimes. You know, you talk about how a good situations happen, and it happens right there.
Curry only charged with his first foul of the game, so still not in any foul trouble. We see only 3 fouls total here in the second half.
First free throw no good there by Hughes. Hughes on the season, a 50% free throw shooter. Airball's the second one, can't get that one to fall. And you know, with the fresh body like Hughes and Newnham out there, it'll be interesting to see how the Maple Leafs try to use those guys, but they left Bowers, Brannigan, and Taj Curry all on the floor, so they got their 3 key players out there. Just their role players are kind of fresh guys.
Right, and I think they're trying to move us in and out just because they're starting to pick up full court pressure, which is kind of tiring in the long run if you got a lot of people. So just moving them in and out, getting fresh bodies, fresh lungs out there.
That foul called on Hughes. It's going to be his first. We're going to see Bowers take a seat. Monix comes in for him. 13-13 here left in this ballgame. 46-34. Your Forcers lead this one. Middlesworth the kick to Platt. Platt in the short corner. Dribbles back. 3-point line. Can't get that to fall though. Huntington fighting for the boards. Aarons thought about the 3. Drives, now kicks back to Clyde. Aarons the 3-pointer now, lines it up, can't get it to fall there. Curry finds Newnham. The straight line 3-pointer.
Like we talked about, Ryan, the new lungs, new legs, fresh legs coming in off the bench for Goshen, maybe trying to produce a spark here, trying to get some energy going, and right now it proved right there off that last possession by Goshen.
West the skip pass. Aarons West the 3-pointer no good. Keary gets a hand on it. Now a fight for the ball. Brannigan and Aarons. That's going to be a tie-up, but that's going to Goshen. Brannigan didn't look too happy about that, but you know, I don't know if I would be either, taking on a guy about a quarter of my size. And
yeah, he kind of tore him to the ground right there wrestling for that ball, and you see Aarons flew over his shoulder, but still hung on to it and got the jump ball call.
Possession arrow in favor of the Maple Leafs, so it's their ball here. They go right to Brannigan with it. Kick to the corner, back to Brannigan. Three-pointer. That's no good. Left short once again. Hughes goes up. He gets blocked by Ballinger. Kick back out. Monix the three. That one's no good.
Ryan, here's the rebounding problem the Forcers have faced all season long. Not getting the offensive rebounds, and it's coming down to this right now with the second chance points on the line.
Hughes with the other side looking for Newnham. Newnham now drives in. Ball off Pulver's hand. Pulver comes up with it. The freshmen for the Force tonight have had a good game. Pulver, no points, but 3 rebounds. We talked about how Tanner Camp's kind of one of those garbage players. Hank Pulver's been that man tonight. Ballinger thought about the three. Now he'll go into the hole. Layup is good by him, 48-37. 11 minutes and some change left here.
Yeah, going back to Pulver right there, he's just playing solid defense for the Foresters. I mean, defense is one of the key factors in a basketball game. You don't always have to score. And Hank Pulver proving that tonight, coming up with rebounds, deflections, steals.
Pulver checks in at 6'8", but has a very wide wingspan. One of those guys that's able to cover quite a bit of floor with really not a lot of space around him. Newnham, the shot, and he gets that to fall over West.
Looks like it's going to be called a two-pointer. Yep.
They're going to say he got him on the elbow. It will just be a 2. With a 1-shot and 1, so the old-fashioned 3. The Maple Leafs, their bench erupted, though. I think they all thought it was a 3-pointer with an and 1 for a 4-point possibility.
The rare 4-point play, but nope, we're going to see, like you said, the old-fashioned 3-point play right here.
Newnham gets that one to fall.
The bench players have proven a key factor here for Goshen, coming in, picking up in this full-court pressure.
Clyde goes up and gets a big slam. 6-11.
Flex is on the way down the court. He got up and he slammed that one home, Ryan. Spark some energy here for the Foresters.
Platt Arena here getting excited. Ball tossed into Brannigan. He goes up. He gets blocked by Clyde. Clyde, a good possession on both sides of the floor.
Clyde,
he's able to corral it.
Clyde doing it on both ends to get the monster dunk, and then
Curry all over Yoder. No call, though. The Forcers have to get it across, and that's going to be a 10-second call. Huntington not realizing the clock was getting that low. Yoder got trapped in the corner. No foul was called. Great defense by Curry. Platt just not recognizing it. And another turnover for Huntington. That's number 11. And a 10-point ball game that seems a lot closer than 10 right now.
It does. It seems way much closer than 10 points right now, but Goshen looking to tack on to looking to take down this lead a little bit more here.
Hughes takes a seat as Cotton comes back in.
Still no one even close to the bonus right now, so free throws may not even play a factor into this game.
Hopefully this isn't one of those games as the clock ticks down, the fouls tick up.
Right.
Taj going inside, kick out. Newnham, the three-pointer, can't get that one to fall. And off the wire it goes, so that's going to be called out of bounds. 10:04 on the clock.
Goshen still picking up into this full court pressure, trying to get another careless turnover by the Foresters, and almost one right there as Ballinger got away with the travel.
Ball up to Platt. Platt now drives inside, takes the contact from not one but two guys. And he's going to go to the free throw line for 2. That one going to be called on Monix. That's going to be his first of the ball game. And you talked about how big the bench has been for Goshen right now, Brent. In that first half, the bench had 0 points for Goshen. Right now, the bench has 7 points for them. So, you know, kind of helping them out here. But I think more than that, the bench has just been kind of all around from some of the guys they've substituted in. Getting around defensively, offensively, moving the ball around.
Right, just being a presence there in defense, getting physical because, you know, their bench players are looking to give as much as they can as they come in. Get a quick break, get the starters back in there, maybe cut the lead down a little bit in the process.
Maple Leafs with the ball here. 12-point lead right now for Huntington. Curry to Bowers. That ball tipped out by Ballinger.
After those 2 free throws down there, Connor Platt now pushes his total point scoring tonight up to 23. And as he takes a seat right here, just a quick little breather for him.
I believe that's going to be his first breather of the night here.
Ryan, he averages almost 38 minutes per game.
Bowers the three-pointer over Yoder right there. And talk about 38 minutes a game. They only play 40, Brent.
Yeah, he's got a. It just goes to show how important he is and how much effort he gives. His presence is just felt out there on the court with those 38 minutes.
Last game he played 39 minutes and 16 seconds. That one not able to fall. Pulver right there can't come up with it. Noonan, the man that does. 9:08 here to go. Single-digit ball game here. West gets the tip. West off and running. Cotton's going to be right there. Doesn't challenge him, and West gets the layup to go. That's going to give West 8 points now in the ball game. And it seems like every time the Maple Leafs are able to get into this one, Brent, Huntington just stretches it a little bit more. Noonan the three, and that rattles in.
Noonan, one of those guys coming off the bench, and he's proved to be big right here for the Maple Leafs coming off the bench.
Noonan now at 10 points in the ball game.
Goshen still in this full court pressure. They sink back down into their man.
Clyde kicks out to West. Ballinger has it. He'll kick out Pulver. He
7
thought about it. Now he'll pull up. Rattles off the front of the iron and the glass to fall in. 10-point lead once again.
Got the lucky bounce. Hank Pulver with a nice little pull-up jumper back there. Careless pass right there almost causes a turnover for the Maple Leafs.
Bowers towing the line over there. Yoder and West both get a hand on it. West is going to come up with it. He's got Pulver up. Pulver the alley-oop layup there.
Right now the Foresters just playing solid defense, causing many turnovers here on the last few possessions here for the Maple Leafs.
And that's going to cause the Maple Leafs to call a full timeout, 58-46 with 7:42 remaining here. The Foresters lead this one. I'm Ryan Lockhart with Brent Turner. This is an exciting game, fans. Don't go anywhere. This is HU men's basketball. Welcome back here inside Platt Arena. Once again, 58-46. Huntington stretches back to a 12-point lead. Brent now here with 7.5 minutes left. What do the Maple Leafs need to do? I asked you once earlier what they need to do, but now as Noonan takes a three and that one misses, what do you think the Maple Leafs need to do to, not only stay in this, but make it a closer game and ultimately win the game?
Honestly, if you want to look, it comes down to the ball handling and the ball security. They're coming down here and they're turning over, having careless passes, so just slowing their pace down, kicking the ball around, just getting the open look and making sure they're not rushing their passes.
Usually in a situation where a team's down, 10 or so, you can say it's because of either foul trouble or turnovers. Neither of them have really been the case for the Maple Leafs tonight. It's really just been shooting.
Yeah.
35% from the field and 34% from deep. Huntington on the other side, 46% from the field and 34% from deep.
Yeah, their shooting has been pretty average for them tonight, and it's proven to be the factor here. Like you said, Goshen just not getting any shots to fall down from outside. We saw it early on in the first half. Here in the second half, just long, short, off the backboard, just nothing but in the goal.
Huntington 8 of 23 from deep. Maple Leafs 8 of 24, so both of them have struggled tonight. Yoder, the little flip underpass to Middlesworth, no good. West the rebound. He's on the inline kick pass. Middlesworth, they're going to call a foul, but what a rebound by Peyton West, extending this possession for Huntington.
You know, it just goes to show that the box out is just a lost art here in basketball. No one even put a body on Peyton West, and he just snuck right in and got up on the glass.
West now has 8 rebounds. And you know, it's funny you say that because I was kind of thinking the same thing. I've seen that happen for the Maple Leafs offensively times. Huntington only has 5 rebounds offensively, Maple Leafs 6, but it seems like on all 11 of those, really hasn't been a box out of where the ball is landing.
It's really just a jumping contest anymore to see who can get up and get it.
Curry thought about it against Middlesworth, but pulled back when he saw the 6'8 frame. Bowers challenges Yoder. Yoder picks him up in there, and he'll pick up a foul. 61 to 46 with 6:16 remaining is how this ball game lies. Bowers at the line for 2. Bowers a 68% free throw shooter, and the first one's no good. Leading scorer for Huntington with 23 points, Connor Platt. Brannigan's the man for the Maple Leafs with 13, second free throw good. Leading rebounders for Huntington, Ballinger with 7, Curry for the Maple Leafs with 5. Curry's also got 7 assists, while Peyton West leads Huntington with 4. Brent, we should note that the Marion High School band is here. They're up on the right side of the bleachers in Platt Arena here, and they played quite a bit for us. And, you know, I got to say, we don't have a band like that per se here at Huntington. But I like the college basketball, you know, with the band. It just has that whole aurora of college basketball to me. It gives you back to the March Madness feel almost.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. We just want to thank Marion for coming out and showing the support for the Foresters here tonight, and they've done a great job.
Platt's second one up and good. Cashed both of them in there.
You know, we look at free throw percentages here. Goshen only shooting 4 of 8, a 50% mark at the free throw line, while on the other hand, Huntington shooting 88% free throw percentage. Going
Porter Jr.'s 3 no good there, too strong. Now West gets picked up by Curry, gives it off to Yoder. Yoder looked inside for Platt. Now he's going to drive inside, gives it off Middlesworth. Middlesworth into Brannigan.
We're starting to see that free throw percentage start to rise up to the top 3 in the nation after tonight, maybe.
Culver's going to pick up a foul here, and you got to think that's hope. Last year for quite a while, Brent, the Foresters were number 1 and held that spot for, I would say, at least 3 quarters, if not more, of the season. Huntington always known to be able to cash the free ones in quite well, and that's one of our strengths here.
You know, free throws win games, and they also lose you games. So free throws, obviously the Foresters take that to heart, and it goes to show here on the hardwood that they just take it to heart and just execute from the line very well.
Curry can't get that one to fall. That's going to drop the Maple Leafs under 50% now. As Curry attempts a second one, we mentioned one of the best free throw shooters at 78% on this team. Coach Trost gonna take a timeout. It's gonna be a full one with 5:31 remaining here, 64 to 48. We're gonna go ahead and take it along with them. Your Foresters lead this one. This is HU men's basketball right here on FDN Sports. And welcome back here inside Platt Arena. Ryan Lockhart joined here by Brent Turner for the call of this one. And Brent, I think we've had quite an exciting matchup so far. The score may indicate a little otherwise, but it's really felt like about a 3 to 4 point ball game throughout.
Right. It's been very competitive here, very competitive down low, but Goshen just not, like we said, not getting their shots to fall, so it goes to show in their score and their percentages from outside and inside. But Ryan, during that timeout here, I got a chance to look around and see that we have a pretty good crowd here tonight, honestly.
Yeah, it's always nice to see a good showing here inside Platt Arena. Quite a few students in here as well, we should note.
Right, I see some of my fellow teammates. There's some girls soccer players, some volleyball players. Just goes to show you how close-knit the HU athletics teams are.
Now, Brent, I know it's only December and it feels like there's still a long time for baseball, but, I got to ask. Being a baseball fan myself, as Brannigan gets that one to fall, you guys are still kind of early in the developmental stages here, but how's it looking here in the offseason for you guys?
The offseason proved to be that we have youth. We don't have, the experience like we had with Donovan and we had with Adrian, so we're still young. We've got a lot of sophomores that are going to pick up some starting roles. We've got some freshmen that are biting for time, either in the DH or some starting roles. But we have returning, we got Daniel Lichty, Satchel Wilson. We got 2 star pitchers, starters coming in with Mason Shinneberry and Alex McCutcheon, and then Caleb Landrum coming in the bullpen, possibly.
I think we have another star pitcher, too. I know you don't like to brag about yourself, but, Brent, you're really exciting to watch out there on the mound. I think you should add yourself in that conversation as well.
I said starters. My role comes in the bullpen, which is, I honestly like it in that role because I get a chance to come in and hold the game when it's close or come in and shut it down.
Foul here called on Pulver. That's going to be his second, and that's going to send Curry to the line. Platt's going to go ahead and take a timeout here. That's going to be a full timeout, and once again, Brent, we're going to go ahead and take it right with them. 64-52, the Maple Leafs are down 12 in this one. Under 4 minutes to go. And welcome back inside Platt Arena after a few timeouts and really not a lot of time, Brent. We're going to get back to a few free throws here by Taj Curry. But Brent, to go back to our point before the timeout, I think our baseball team, coming off a strong season last year, you mentioned some of the key guys we lose. There's a lot of other guys you can throw in that conversation, but I think there's a lot of good still on the team and a lot of good that came in as freshmen and transfers.
Right, and we have transfers. Like you said, we got Langston Ginter coming from Ball State, who's going to take up a lot of time in the infield. We got Camden Dice, another pitcher coming from Saginaw Valley State University. So we do have some experience from a higher level. We got some more talent coming in. We got Owen Young coming off an injury, so he'll be looking to come in and produce for us.
Now, Brent, as much as I would love to call some baseball with you, I just don't think that's going to be an option this year, but I think I can, settle with that. I think I'll be okay with that.
It'd be a pleasure, but no, I got a job to do.
Platt the three-pointer, and you guessed it goes in, stretches this lead, 67-53, and that gives Connor Platt 28 points.
I think the refs need to wipe that ball off because it got wet on the way down.
Curry gets that one to fall against Pulver. Pulver staying strong there, not picking up a foul. And now a 30-second timeout here by Coach John Trofe. We're going to keep it right here, 3-14, a 12-point ball game. Now, Brent, I know basketball, anything can happen. Is this game too far away for the Maple Leafs to get back into?
You know, you look at the Maple Leafs' chances of coming back into this. They get a couple quick steals, they get a couple quick threes, and we got a ball game back on our hands. So I wouldn't count them out of the fight just yet. They got a chance to cause, like I said, cause some turnovers, get some momentum on their side. So if the score stays the same, about 1.5 to 2 minutes, then we maybe want to count down. But right now, I think the Goshen Maple Leafs still have a chance at coming in and making it a closer game than what it is.
Now, Brent, after halftime, and we were going over some stats, one of the key things I thought was the points in the paint. Huntington led that 16-8. Right now, with 3:14 remaining, points in the paint are in favor of Huntington still, but it's 26-24 now. So the Maple Leafs have been able to get down low and get some baskets there, and I think that's been one of the reasons they've almost been able to come back in this one. Yoder's pass not there for Ballinger. Them guys on different pages. That's another turnover for Huntington. That makes number 13 tonight.
Right, and we see also, like, coming back to the rebounding point, we see second chance points. We see Goshen just edging out Huntington right now, 7 of 4 in second chance points. So just grabbing the boards here late, just securing the win for the Forcers would be a big key right now.
Maple Leafs trying to stay in this one. They're going to need to score quick, though. Passing the ball around the perimeter, not going to be the answer. Gibson passed too high. Bowers goes inside. He's able to get that one to fall. Pulver challenged him, but couldn't contest.
Just like my point I just brought up, Ryan, the second chance points could honestly kill the Forcers here.
Ballinger going inside for the slam. He can't get it to go. No foul called. The refs let that one play out. Gibson, Taj, the other side of the floor. He goes inside. He'll go to the line for one more. Taj Curry gets the foul.
What I say, Ryan, a couple quick stops and a couple quick buckets, and we got ourselves a ball game right here as Curry goes to the line to complete the and one possibly.
Ballinger going up for the dunk. And Brent, I don't fault him for going up for the dunk. I think that was a good look by him to go up for that. I think a foul could have been called there, but with how the game's been played, I think I'm okay with it being a no call there.
Right. Like I said, the foul situation, it really hasn't been called much in the physical play. They've let it play on, so just going up for that dunk, they thought maybe they could get through the contact. But we see a foul right here on Ballinger outside of the arc.
That's going to put Huntington now in the bonus. That's going to be foul number 3 on Cotton as he'll take a seat. Noonan checks in for him. Ballinger goes to the line. 67-59. Huntington leads this. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock.
We see Ben Cotton hasn't scored this second half either. Coming in still with 9 points, and he ended with 9 points in the first half. So the Forcers maybe talked about that at halftime, maybe shutting him down, and it has proven to work here in the second half as he goes to the bench still with 9 points.
That one in and out for Ballinger. And Brent, I think Conn's only got 2 3-point attempts here in the second half as well. Porter Jr. trying to do something against West. He stays strong though. Kick back out. 3-pointer by Porter Jr. That's in. Bottom of the net it finds, and Goshen's making the run now. A 6-point lead Huntington has here.
They pick up in their full court press here, a little bit more 3-man front court.
The turnovers have hurt Huntington. I say that Huntington being up 6 and another one right there. Pass up Noonan, it goes. Pulver can't get there, and this is a 4-point ball game. Folks, I told you not to go anywhere. Wow, the Maple Leafs have stormed back in this one.
Cut it to a 4-point lead as Coach Platt decides to call a timeout to slow everything down.
We're going to keep this one right here, Brent. 68-64. 140 remaining in a game that was just 12 points about 3 minutes ago.
Like I said, Ryan, I wasn't going to count them out just as they've proven. They got the turnovers. They got the quick buckets.
Yeah, Brent, you mentioned it. There's been a couple really key things that's led to this run. What do you think some of them are for Maple Leafs?
Maple Leafs just honestly picking up in their full court pressure. They put 3 guys up top instead of 2. causing the Foresters to, like they did right here, where Hank Colbert got it in the front court and then turned it over because he was sped up. So they're just trying to speed the Foresters up right here and then beat the Foresters down the court to score.
Now on the other side of that, Huntington played some good ball around halftime on both sides of the break there, but what's kind of been their weakness or their fault here as time winds down?
I'm going back to the second chance points and the rebounds. They got to close out and they got to get the boards to secure this game. They just have to be aggressive here, not foul, but still play like they have the lead.
Good game on our hands tonight. Brent mentioned 4 of the last 6 have been decided by 6 points or less.
You see the full court pressure pick up again.
Brent, the series history in this game, Huntington leads at 43-12. In games at Platt Arena, they're 26-4. Huntington's won the last 3 games, but before that, they were on a 5-game losing streak against Goshen. So really, the series has went both ways.
And right now, they're both trying to vie for their first conference win, so there's still some heart and some competitiveness there.
West the up and under, no good, but Ballinger storms right back and is right there. 6-point lead this is.
The Maple Leafs are also 0-5 away, so they're looking to snap that losing streak tonight here in Platt Arena. As a 3-pointer by number 31 comes short.
Kahn's 3, no good right there. West, he gets fouled. 6-point ball game. 54 seconds left. Newnham gonna check back into this one for Cotton. And you know, you look at both these teams coming into this. Huntington 4-4 on a 2-game losing streak, but 2-3 at Platt Arena. On the other side, Goshen coming into this 3-7, 0-1 in conference on a 4-game losing streak. Now they're also 0-5 way. You mentioned that. The ball tipped back here. Gibson trying to come up with it. He can't. He wanted a timeout. Gibson was really fine for that timeout, but Brent, I don't think he had possession of the ball.
No, he was still rolling around on the ground with Ballinger right there, or excuse me, Yoder, and they were trying to just fight for the ball, so there wasn't any clear possession for the referees to even give a timeout to either side.
Yeah, Coach Rakonen over here now giving some advice here to Middlesworth, Yoder, West, and Ballinger. While
Right.
Connor Platt's at the line.
This is when free throws come down to win you games. You saw Peyton West miss the first one, and the Goshen Maple Leafs were on a run, and the Foresters happen to stop that and get a turnover as we see Connor Platt make the first one, and he'll shoot the second one right here to try and push the lead.
44 seconds left. Platt's second one up and good just like the first. And Huntington stretches this back to an 8-point ball game. It was at 4 points at its closest. Curry gives it off. Porter trying to go inside. Looking for Newnham, a bad pass by him. It gets kicked around. And what a misfortunate offensive play for the Maple Leafs right there.
Right, Ryan, the Maple Leafs could have capitalized on this and could have put it closer, but, you know, just a bad turnover, just a careless turnover. Quick turnover, too.
Yoder almost has that ball stolen away there. Kahn comes up. He's going to pick up another foul there. That's going to be number 4 on him, I believe, as it is. And Yoder now goes to the free throw line. Andrew Yoder, the senior from Westview, at the free throw line, a 66% free throw shooter, but 4 of 6 is the key there. Make that 4 of 7 now. Brent Huntington now a 13 of 17 from the line.
Right, Connor Platt going 11-11 from the line, too, to push his total to 30 points tonight. Still an impressive outing by Connor Platt so far tonight.
Second one, no good as well. Yoder misses both. You don't see that too many times from him, let alone anybody from Huntington. 20 seconds left. Curry goes in, no foul called. Curry not happy about the no call.
You better be careful right here, Ryan, as he already had one technical tonight.
And that is the same official that gave him the technical earlier.
He gets a second one. That is an ejection and then a suspension in the next game, and I don't think the Maple Leafs really want that to happen.
Curry, not a guy you can afford to lose, let alone any of the players on this Maple Leaf team. But with 14.2 left.
Connor Platt, a rare free throw miss, and I apologize for calling it earlier 11-11 from the free throw line tonight.
That's only the fourth one Platt's missed on the season. And that might be the thing he's most upset with after this ball game is over. Knowing Connor. Porter goes inside, kick to Curry. Three-pointer too short. Porter can't get to the rebound, but that's because Ballinger was holding him. That's going to be a foul on him. That's going to be his second.
Ryan, you go back to talking about how the Maple Leafs can't afford to lose Curry, as he has 11 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. So he's very close to that triple-double mark and the double-double mark. Just goes to show you how important he is to the Maple Leafs offense and defense.
Yeah, Curry, a very good player. He's ranked number 13 in total assists. He's got 47 total. Also ranked number 23 in assists per game at 4.7, but you mentioned more assists than that, so that total is going to go up there. And now a full timeout here by Coach John Troth, 73-66. The Forcers lead this one, and Brent, we're going to go ahead and keep it right here with us. 8.6 remaining. You got to think, 7-point ball game. I've seen crazy happen, Brent. I have.
Yeah, you'd have to have a Reggie Miller miracle right here for the Maple Leafs to even put it close. So with 8 seconds left, they're going to look to foul, and I don't think time's on their side right now, Ryan.
Now, if you're Huntington, obviously Connor Platt, the man you want to try to inbound to, because they're going to foul right away. But who would be your second guy to inbound to?
With this lineup right here, I'm looking to either put it to Peyton West, who can handle the ball, he can handle the free throw shooting, or Caleb Middlesworth, who can also handle the free throw shooting. As Caleb Middlesworth coming in shooting 85%, or Spencer Ballinger, is shooting 85% from the free throw line, so you can give it to him too.
Many options here for Huntington to look to. Connor Platt right now leads this ball game with 31 points. That 23-point average gonna go up once again here. And surprisingly averaging 23.4 points. He's not leading the conference. But with a guy like Kyle Mangus from Indiana Wesleyan, you could see why he's not leading the conference. Mangus averages 25 a game. Middlesworth trying to dribble this one out. Porter gonna foul there. Much of the disapproval of Huntington with .1 on the clock left.
Everybody was
point one.
The whole crowd was starting to pack it up, and the ref decided to call one more foul before we conclude tonight.
Ballinger, the first one, good. Ballinger was a guy you highlighted, so once again a good call there by you, Brent. Ballinger, second one, up and good. (75-66) your final score here. We're going to go over stats, our thoughts, even a coach interview from Coach Ty Platt here. Ryan Lockhart, Brent Turner, don't go anywhere.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us. find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs. The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs. The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs. The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs.
Are you queuing? First of all, congrats on the win tonight. Your first one of the conference season so far. We always talk about how tough it is to get wins against conference opponents, no matter who they are. You guys, for the last 10, you've only won against Goshen, but tonight able to get the win. What do you think was the reason why?
First of all, I could care less about the 4 out of 10 thing. I mean, you're just about today. You know, I mean, what happens in the past happens in the past, so who cares? But, you know, we played our 2-3 a little bit today, which was good for our team. We weren't very good in it, but we disrupted them because they had no idea we'd play that, so that was good. I like the fact that we got on the floor for a couple 50-50 balls and came away with them. That showed some toughness there at the end. We could have got a little more rattled than we did, so I thought that we did a decent job with not getting too rattled and getting the ball to the right people and being stronger with the ball. These are things we got to keep improving on because the Crossroads is, like you said, it's a battle every night. So obviously we're glad we win, but, you know, you also need to win the games you're supposed to win, and you know, at home you expect to win, and so we're glad we did tonight, but we know that they just keep coming.
Now, you guys started off kind of shooting back and forth, trading buckets with Goshen, but then you guys started to really hit your hot streak and find some three-pointers. How big has the three been for you guys this season?
Well, it's certainly a part of what we need to do. I mean, you know, overall, I think we can shoot the ball better than we did tonight. I mean, we shot it only at a 44 or 45% clip. We had some guys that get pretty good looks. It just didn't fall. So you got to battle through some of that. You got to fight through it. And if you do that, you know, the way that you fight through any kind of shooting woes is to get it done on the defensive end. And so you have to get stop after stop. And so, you know, we had some good stops there up till the 2-3 stuff was good until about the last 10 minutes. And then it wasn't so good. And so we just got to mix up some of those types of things. But we're still a work in progress, a lot of young guys. And we'll see what Saturday brings.
Now, Coach, you mentioned that game Saturday against Grace. Mm-hmm. You're going to take on Grace. What are you looking for out of that matchup?
You know, it's what it is it's a road conference game, so it's going to be really hard. Everybody understands that, you know, this will be the last conference game until January the 4th. So everybody wants to go out for the next 3-4 weeks with Christmas and all that with a high note or with a shot in the arm, and so both teams are going to fight real hard. I know Grace will. They've got a lot of good players and a lot of fight, and Coach Moore is going to have them ready. So we're just going to have to go battle for 40 and all those kind of coach cliche things, but take care of the ball and guard the snot out of them as best we can.
Now, Coach, I got to ask you before I let you go, just one more. Spencer Ballinger had a really good game tonight. Many other role players did as well. How big has he been for you guys this year? We've talked about his transformation in the offseason, but tonight it was really full showcase.
Well, I mean, he's a guy that, yeah, he's still continuing to grow into the college game. I mean, he got minimal minutes last year in a lot of ways, but he transformed his body and all those things, and now he's having to play a lot of minutes. I mean, what did he play tonight? 33, 34 minutes. I mean, so you got to be ready to do this and fight through fatigue and only do that when you prepare your body, and he's done that. And, yeah, we count on him an awful lot, just like we do everybody, but it's going to take all 14 of us every night. Even guys that don't get in the game have to prepare us in practice and be there to cheer us on in the bench, and we're developing a team mentality, and that's what we want to continue to do.
75-66 win tonight. Congrats, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now we're going to go back to Brent with some final game stats and our wrap-up of the game.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan and Coach Platt. Thank you for the interview, Coach Platt. Get the volume set here. We're going to go through and check out Goshen's, how they handled tonight's game and what key players really stuck out in their conference game here against the Foresters here at Platt Arena. We see Taj Curry coming in, finishing tonight with 11 points total, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. So he almost had the triple-double mark, almost had the double-double mark. Just goes to show how important he was tonight on both ends of the court. Michael Bowers coming in, leading all tying scoring with 12 points. as we see Landon Newman tie him, who came off the bench, who provided key minutes for the Goshen Maple Leafs off the bench tonight. We look at their overall stats. Their total field goal percentage was low with 39%, a total three-point field goal percentage low at 31%, and a free throw percentage which was very low with 46%. So overall, the buckets didn't fall for Maple Leafs. They just had very open shots in the first half that didn't fall for them. Just nothing really fell their way. Now going over to the Foresters, we look at Spencer Ballinger, like Ryan said in the interview, coming in huge key minutes, playing 33 minutes, coming in with 13 points and 8 rebounds. So just 2 rebounds shy of the double-double mark. Now we look at Connor Platt, who led all scorers tonight with 31 points, coming in 12 of 13 tonight from the free throw line. Just to show you how important the free throws were tonight, the Foresters shot a team total of 72% from the free throw line. We look at the total three-point percentage, which we talked about in the interview, how they look to live and die by the three in a way, shooting 36%, which is a pretty good clip for the Foresters tonight, and a total of 44% from the field. Overall, not a bad showing by the Foresters on the shooting end of tonight. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, Brent, really the Foresters dominated that first half, led it 35-24. Then in the second half, Goshen was actually able to outscore Huntington 42-40. But you mentioned key players for both teams. Platt, leading scorer for Huntington with 31. Ballinger, leading rebounder with 8. And then West, leading assister with 4. The other side, Brannigan, most points with 15. He got that season average. You know, we talked about it'd be tough for him. Only had 5 at halftime, but able to be strong in the second half. Curry was the leading rebounder and assister. 7 rebounds and 9 assists. Other way around. 7 rebounds and 9 assists. But really a strong showing from both teams. A 12-point ball game that within about 3-4 minutes really got down to 4, and it was a blast to call with Brent. I know we always talk about how close it is. You can just tell with Coach right there talking about just throw the past out of this ball game. It's about tonight's matchup. Saturday, we're going to see Huntington go down, take on Grace down in Winona. Make sure you go ahead and tune in for that one. The Grace will have a broadcast of that one if you can't make it there. It's going to be Coach Scott Moore's first matchup against Huntington Foresters as head coach. For all the crew here, Jacob Osborne on graphics, for Carson Watkins on camera, Paige Schreiber on camera. Back in the back, we had Kobe taking on double duties with replay and producing. We can't forget about Shelby Price. For Brent Turner, I'm Ryan Lockhart. As always, the Foresters win and go Huntington.